Hello, all, and welcome to this afternoon's beer review. It's about a little bit past 4:30 in the afternoon. And what are we reviewing today? Well, we're reviewing something I would really like, but I haven't actually gotten around to reviewing, come to think of it. And that is Founders All Day IPA Session Ale. So, this is an IPA session ale, um, or a session IPA. I'm not exactly sure what the best way to go and put it. All in all, what it means is it's basically an IPA that has a lighter than average body and ABV, in this case being 4.7. So quite sessionable, quite crushable, quite poundable, whatever your adjective of choice is there. So without much further ado, let's just get straight to it, because apparently that cold snap I mentioned a while back is already over, so I'm sweating again. So what did I do today? I played lots of colonization. Gaming is a cheap hobby, especially when you only play old games over and over again. So, I'd say yellow-orange, clear yellow-orange, very nicely carbonated, with a off-white head, fluffy off-white head. Citrus zest, some hints of dank, also balanced by pine needle, and the smell of crackery malts. Ready to crackery. Onto the palate. Nice carbonation bite. Very refreshing. Bitter in the long finish, but only slightly so. Definitely some pine needle bitterness, grapefruit bitterness, fairly dry. Actually, I would say very dry. Not too much happening as a top note. But that may be because this case was packaged in September, so it's been a little bit of time. With hop aromatics, you really have to go and take into account the bottle package date just because they are so volatile. A lot of the more tongue notes, they'll remain, but especially the bright hop notes, they'll be gone within 2 to 3 months. Nothing overly complex about this. I've kind of hit all the flavor notes there. But what is striking about this is that it is not hop water. It's not just very tannic hop bitterness, lupulins kind of drying out the tongue. There's a nice sense of balance there. While you don't taste any sweetness of the malts, you definitely feel the presence of malts there, kind of counterbalancing the bitterness. As you can see, quite poundable. I've already drank about half of this, possibly because I'm also thirsty as well. Yeah. So what separates, a session IPA from a rather light-bodied pale ale? And I would say that there is just a bit more intense hop bitterness than in a standard pale ale, which at times can shade into just being hop water, as I like to call it. But as time has gone on, I find that the session IPAs that are remaining and the session IPAs that are being made now kind of have a better sense of balance. That they don't just go and dump hops in there to make it intense without taking into account the malt body. So this is not complex, but by the same token, it's a very satisfying beer to drink. Particularly when you're like me and you're kind of edging towards more lighter beers, because I'm aging. And yeah, definitely give this one a shot if you're a fan of session IPAs. So if you're a fan of session IPAs, you've probably already given this one a shot since it's basically, one of the standards of the style. And this has been a fairly short review, not even 8 minutes yet, but I've kind of run out of things to say. So, Founders All Day IPA, Session Ale, great Session IPA. Give it a shot. That's your beer review for this afternoon, folks. Cheers. And just as a final note, kind of slow down on the uploads. I am going to, because I'm not going to be recording as much in January due to dry January, I'm sure I'm going to find some things to review, whether it be non-alcoholic beers or something else. Sorry, my phone just totally disrupted my chain of thought. I just want to have a little backlog of videos there to kind of upload in the interim. Because I'm trying to get better at not just dumping massive amounts of videos all in one day. That's all, folks. Cheers.